Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome to a pixel art tutorial for the Squid Game Soldiers. Squid Game phenomenon has been going crazy on the internet recently. I probably should have had this out sooner, just because, you want to try to collect the views while it's still hot. But I wanted to make the design look good, and I also wanted to know if I could do all three of the masks. What I think I'm going to do for this build is we're going to just build one soldier, and then I'm going to go over each mask. So you could use the same design 3 times in a row, and you could just change the masks. I'm going to see if I can learn how to do that YouTube section thingy where you can separate the video so you guys can just click on what part of the mask you want to do in case you only want to do one. But anyways, for this build, we're going to be using grass blocks, blocks of coal, red concrete, gray concrete, white concrete, and possibly light gray concrete. I don't know if red concrete or if maybe a lighter pink shade would be best for the jumpsuit color. You guys can experiment with that. I'm just gonna go with red because it's the simplest one, but it's possible that it's like a magenta or a pink could be used for the jumpsuit color. Anyways, for the starting round, what I want you to do is we're going to be starting from a little bit to the left side, but we're going to be working with a 75 high by about 75 wide space. It could be a little bit bigger than that, but I always tell you guys not to make it in a normal world, make it in creative so that way you have more space to work with. So I'm going to be a little bit to the left over here. And the way we're going to start is by putting 5 flat pieces of coal on the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me delete these extra ones right here. Now I want to get both of the legs planted on the ground, so we'll be moving to the right side to get the right leg done, just so that way I have the cameraman focused before working on the rest of the build. So from this 5 flat, we're going to put a placement block on the top of this end block over here, so that way we can go up and to the right 1 single. Then we're going to put another placement block on top, so that way we can go up and to the right 2 vertical, 1, 2. It's going to be like a nice chibi shape, which you probably should know from the thumbnail. So we're going to have like these rounded legs, like cutesy jumpsuits. So from there, we're going to go up and to the right, 6 vertical, so count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now from that 6 vertical, we're going to put an extra coal on top, making it 7. But from that extra coal, we're going to put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Perfect, so you have this long T shape. If we worked with this left block, we could finish doing the left boot, but like I said, I want to get both feet on the ground first before we worry about details. So what we're going to do is go to this right block over here, and we're going to put another 5 blocks on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. From there, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 2 flat, 1, 2. And this is the crotch area, so we need to bring it right back down. It's almost symmetrical on both sides of the build, but there are slight differences. So I would say you could always just repeat what you did on one side to the other, but that's not the truth. So it's going to be slightly different. From here, we're going to go down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then from the bottom block and that 6 vertical, we're going to put 2 to the right of it. 1, 2, just like that. From the 2 to the right we just placed, we're going to go to this first block and put 5 more underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From that 5 vertical, we're going to put another placement block underneath it. So that way you can go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Placement block underneath. Down into the right 2 singles. So 1, 2, and then now we're ready to touch the ground. We're just gonna put a placement block underneath it or to the right side so that just like the other foot, we can go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you can have a decent idea of where the center of the build is. That's why the crotch area is in the center of the cameraman screen. It just helps you even out your space. So if you guys did measure out your space and you're working with a finite amount, just make sure this area is towards the center and you should be fine. So let's go back to the left side now and continue working with that, because I usually love working with the left side of these builds first. So where we have the 5 flat on the left foot, we're gonna go to that left block and put a placement on top so we can go up and to the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left now, 6 vertical, placement block to the top or left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from that 6 vertical, we're going to go to the top block in it and add 1 coal to the right. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to create like a little boot. So we're going to put a placement block to the right of that now and go up and to the right, 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it should have connected to the other side of his shoe at the diagonal, creating a little boot. Now, going back to this 6 vertical with the 1 to the right we just placed, we're going to go to this top left block right here, put a placement block above it, so that way we can go up and to the left, 12 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Placement block on top, we're going to go up and to the left, 3 flat now, 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 flat, we're going to go to this block all the way on the right side. And I want to add another 7 above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to put a placement block on top there so we can go up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Placement block on top. We're going to go up and to the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then finally, placement block on top so we can go up and to the right 1 single. Perfect. So that created like a little armpit thing we got going on for him. Yeah, looking good. So let's drop back down now to where we have this 3 flat on the left side over here. What we want to do is go to the left block in it now. And let me actually even out the cameraman. He's kind of, the angle he's tilted at is kind of ugly. So what I want to do is, let me get my controller working. There we go. I'm gonna have him pointed down a little bit and just move him so that way the build looks a little bit more evened out. I might have to move him again soon, but you know, practice makes perfect. Anyways, from the 3 flat we have over here, we're gonna go and put a placement block to the top or left side so we can go up and to the left. 3 singles, 1, 2, 3. Placement block on top. Up and to the left 8 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from that 8 vertical, we're going to go to the top block and put a placement block there so we can go up and to the right 2 flat, 1, 2. And now from this 2 flat, we're going to do 2 things. First, from the left block, we're going to put another 5 blocks above it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then from the right block in the 2 flat, we're going to put a placement block to the right side of it. So that way we can go down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And it connected to the wall right there. So you can see his little gloves now. So now we have the gloves, the circular boot, and we're going to continue building the arm up. So what we're going to do is go to the 6 vertical, or just the 5 vertical we added to the top of the left one. It should be 6 in length because we added 5 to the top of 1. That's why I said 6. Anyways. Putting a placement block on top, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the right, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 flat. And we're almost at the mask, so 1, 2. Placement block on the top or end. Up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 flat, we can actually go back to the left block in it and start making the hoodie. Now, before we get to that, I think we should actually start bringing up the right side, just so that way we're working on the same part of the build at all times. So we're going to drop right back down to the right foot and start bringing that side up. So let's go down to the 5 flat we have on the ground on the right side and start working with that now. And what I want you to do is put a placement block at the end so we can go up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2, and then we're going to do it again. So placement block 1, 2. And I could do the mask right now, but I just didn't want to because I'd rather have all the details at the bottom done and then just worry about the top. Anyways, from there we're going to put a placement block on top again, so that way we can go up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then from the top block in that 6 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the left. Then similar what we did with the other boot, we're going to put a placement block to the left of that, so that way we can go up and to the left, 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. From that 6 vertical, we're going to put a placement block to the top or right side to go up into the right 27 vertical. And you can count this carefully, or you can break it up into smaller groups and do like 3 groups of 9 or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Perfect. Now let's go back down here and delete these dirt blocks. And if we were to count from the bottom and find our way to the 20th block, actually we can just do it the opposite way. Let's go from the top and count down 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that you've counted down 8 blocks, we're going to go to the left side of that and put 31 pieces of coal to the left of that 8th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Perfect. All right. That went through the entire wall. Then we're going to skip 1 block below it and do the same thing. So there's going to be a 1 layer gap. So we skip that block and then just drag it all the way across. You don't really need to count the second time, I guess, because it's just going to do the same thing. So once we reach the opposite wall, there we go. That's the belt. You could color this with the gray concrete if you wanted in this 1 gap, but there's no rush right now to do that. So yeah. Anyways, from there, what we're going to do is let's count over to the right side of the, what's the word? Let's count to the right side of this lower gap, 16 blocks. So you can see, I'm not talking about this vertical strip right here. It starts literally on the horizontal. So this is block number 1. We're going to count over 16 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Hopefully that was clear enough for you to understand. I know sometimes I get in my head and then I confuse you guys more than if I was to just not say anything at all. So, but it should be sort of like the center block lined up kind of with the left block in the crotch. So you can see it lined up perfectly. We're just trying to get a center point for the zipper. So underneath that, we're going to put 5 pieces of coal going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if we go above the line, so above here to the top bar, we're going to put 17 pieces of coal going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17. Perfect. Now we can come back to that a little bit later if we want to work with the inner part of the jacket and the stuff. I think we'll come back to that when it's time to do the mask, because that just goes up into the hoodie and the mask. So let's go back to the right side now, where we had this 27 vertical that we went down from the 8th block on, and we can remove the placement blocks and go to the top block in it. So let's remove these, and then going to the top block, we'll put a placement block above it. And once we have that placement block above it, we're going to go up and to the left, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're supposed to do the right arm with the right little glove right here, but there is a little jacket pocket that we can work on for the left side of their jumpsuit. So what we can do is from the top block in the 6 vertical is we're going to put 2 placement blocks to the left, 1, 2, like so, and then 1 coal after that. Once we have that 1 coal, we're going to put 1 above it and 3 below. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do a little 5 by 5 square. So from the top and bottom, we're going to put 4 coal to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from these new end blocks right here, we're just going to put 3 below or 3 above the end. So 1, 2, 3, completing the square. Then on this top row right here, we're going to count over 3 blocks from either side. Since it's a square, the center is the same. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to just put 1 coal below that. Perfect. So we got the little jacket thing. Yeah, it's just a little pocket in his jacket. I think we could even do this, could we? No, that doesn't look right. Yeah, we'll just leave that in his jacket. Anyways, now let's go back to the arm where we just had the 6 vertical and then the 27 vertical. And once you find a 27 vertical from the top block, we're going to count down 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on that 4th block, we're just going to put 6 blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. Once you have that 6 blocks to the right, we're going to go to the end block right here. And what we're going to do to it is we're going to put 4 coal on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 8 coal below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Now we're trying to get this to touch the wall, so we're going to put a placement block below it. So we can go down into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. And then down into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And that should touch the wall perfectly. So now we have both gloves. And we can backtrack to the top of the 13 vertical right here. Instead of where we put the 8 down, let's go to where we have the 4 going up. And put a placement block above it. So we can go up and to the left, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 vertical again, 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. And then it's time to flatten things out. We're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then down into the left, 1 single. 1. Perfect. So now we're at the hoodie point on both sides of the costume. So if I wanted to, I could just go over to the left side right now and we would be able to round this thing out. But let's just stick on the right side. So right before we put this single right here, we have this 2 flat. And I want you to go to the right block in it and put 1 coal above it, like so. Then a placement block above that. From there, we're going to go up and to the right. 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 14 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. There we go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That was bad. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. From the top there, we're going to put a placement block so we can go up and to the left. So we're switching direction. 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. We're almost ready to start flattening out. This kind of looks like a Kenny from South Park hoodie. A lot of you guys probably don't know what South Park is. Anyways, we're going to go up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 4 single. 1, 2, 3, 3. There we go. 4. Placement block. Up and to the left, 2 flat. 1, 2. We're almost rounding out. This is good. Up and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally, for the top of the hoodie, we're going to go up and to the left, 11 flat. So placement block to the top or left side. Count this out carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Things are looking good on the right-hand camera screen. So from there, we can start rounding it back down. So we're going to put our placement blocks underneath each time, just to be safe. So we'll go down into the left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 4 single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 1 single. Down into the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Then delete that. Down into the left 15 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. And now on the home stretch, just to see if we did everything correctly, we're going to put a placement block there. We're going to be going down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 2 single. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. As you can see, it met up at the diagonal right there, so that's perfect. That means the hoodie is completed. And now we only have to worry about the mask. So, we're going to bring this zipper up and then do the mask, and then we'll worry about the triangle, square, and circle. So, let's go to where we have the zipper right here, the 17 vertical from before. And what we're going to do is from the top of it, we're going to count down 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And on that 3rd block, we're going to put 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go up into the left 2 flat on the left side and up into the right 2 flat on the right side. So 1, 2, that's 1. And then on the opposite side, the exact same thing. 1, 2. Perfect. So now we have this little symmetrical indent in the jacket. Now what we're going to do is go to the last 2 blocks on our 17 vertical. So these 2 right here. And we're going to put 2 placement blocks above it. 1, 2, like so. From those 2 placement blocks, we're going to completely surround them in coal. So we're going to put 1, 2 on the left side, 1, 2 on the right side, 1 above it, and then we're going to put an extra coal to the left and right of that one above, just creating this little nook right here. So now that we have this little nook shape, what we're going to do is go above each of these singles at the top here and put an extra coal above them. So 1, 1, 1, just like that. And then on the left side, we're going to put an extra 3 singles to the left. 1, 2, 3. And on the right side, we're going to do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3. So now this should be a 9 bar that's right on top of that first little thing we created. What we're going to do from there is from the center block, so this one right here that's lined up with this hole, we're just going to put 14 coal on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the reason we did that is just because, whoa, that looks a little bit wrong. Is that wrong? No, that should be correct. My bad. Anyways, the reason we did that is that's just going to be the little center fold of the mask. So, now we can drop back down to where we had the 9 bar right here. And what we're then going to do is go all the way to the left 3 flat that we placed first. And we're going to put a placement block at the end. So that way we can go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 single. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 flat again. 1, 2. And basically what we're doing is creating a smaller circle, kind of like what the hoodie originally had. And that smaller circle is actually just the mask. Anyways, from here we're going to go up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from the 3 flat, we're going to do a few things. First, on the middle block right here, we're going to put 2 coal below it. 1, 2. And then on the final block on the left side over here, we're going to put 1 coal above it, like so. So first, from the 2 blocks we put underneath the center, we're going to put an extra placement block underneath. So that way we can go down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go back to the 1 single we have on this 3rd block over here and continue with that. So let's put a placement block to the top or left side and go up into the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into left 5 vertical, and we're going to do that 2 times in a row, so count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a placement block on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. From the higher 5 vertical, we're going to go to the center block right here. So it should be the 3rd block in the middle. And we're going to put 3 coal to the right. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go down into the right 3 flat from it. 1, 2, 3. And we're not going to worry about connecting it yet. We have to do the other side first. So we're going to then go back to the 5 vertical and go to the top block now and put a placement block above it. So we can go up and to the right, 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And we're getting really close, so I want you to count carefully and don't get mixed up. From here, we're going to go up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from that 7 flat, we're going to go to the end and put a placement block to the bottom. So that way we can start curving it back down. We're going to go down into the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right, 2 single. 1, 2. Down into the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right, 1 single. Down into the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're almost done now. Down into the right, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from that 6 vertical, if we start from the top, let's count down 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, like so. And on that 3rd block, we're going to go to the left side. And similar to what we did over there, we're going to put 3 flat to the left. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go down into the left 3 flat again. 1, 2, 3. And now, since we have the opposite side completed, we can bridge across. So what we're going to do is go down into the left 18 flat, and it should connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. So as you can see, now we have the mask shape completed. All we need to do is build the 6 vertical right here from the bottom all the way down, and hopefully it curves and meets. So we're going to put a placement block underneath, and we're going to go down into the left 7 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down into left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Sorry about all the jump cuts. There's a lot of background noise and I have to keep on stopping the recording. I'm pretty sure some of it got picked up, so you guys might notice when you hear like motorcycle noises or loud planes or people arguing outside my house. Hopefully we're able to move soon, but you know, it's really hard to record. Anyways, from the 2 verticals, we're gonna go to the second one on the bottom and go down into left 3 single. So placement block. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go back to the first 2 vertical right here. So not the second one that has the singles connected to it. This first one. And we're going to go to the bottom block in it. And I want you to put 2 extra coal to the left. 1, 2. From those 2 to the left, we're going to put a placement block at the end. So we can go down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Placement block at the end again. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. And then finally, to connect to this, we're gonna go down and left 2 flat, 1, 2, and your mask is complete. So if you've made it this far, this is the base design for the soldier, so you don't have to worry about anything else. Now all you have to do is rebuild this a few times if you want to make 3 of them, and then just change the masks. So now we're gonna get into each mask's detail. That's gonna be covered right up here where we have this little space at the top for it. But if you wanted to color everything else, I think we can kind of do that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color the entire thing. We're going to do gray for the belt, gray for the mask. Actually, no, I can't color it because then we can't do the mask. So I'm going to do each of the masks first. So these aren't going to be done in any particular order. I think I'm going to do triangle, circle, then square. So first off, what we're going to do for the triangle is we're going to go towards the center part right here where we have this center beam coming all the way up and put 3 extra placement blocks on top. 1, 2, 3, like so. and then we're gonna put 1 coal above that. Once you have that 1 coal, we're then gonna go to the right side of it, and we can add another 9 or so to the left. We're gonna add another 9 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like so. And you can tell you did this correctly if it's even with this plank below it. And you can kind of just actually extend it to equal the right side as well. So if we put 8 to the right, I think, is it 8 to the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So just make sure it's equal to the plank that's below it, and you should be good to go. Now what we're going to do on the left side is we're going to go to the second to last block and put 2 coal above it. 1, 2. Placement block above it. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 1 single. From that single, we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Then we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. And then finally up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Now we just need to bring this triangle back down. So it's going to be the exact same shape, but I'm just going to go over it anyways. We're going to be going down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical. Down into the right 1 single. And then down to our 2 vertical again. So we have the base triangle. Now we need to do the inner triangle. So what we're going to do is right before that 2 vertical right there where we have the single, we're going to switch to our placement block and put 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put 6 coal to the left of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From that 6, we're going to go to each end and put 1 coal on top. Like so. And then from the left side, let's put a placement block above it, and we're going to go up into the right 1 single, up into the right 2 flat, and then connect it back here by going down into the right 1 single. Perfect. And if you were ready to color it, you would put gray in here, like gray concrete in here, and then you would put white concrete in here. Like this, and then we would put gray concrete on the outside. Let me just finish this up. I don't really know how I'm going to transition this into each part. What I'm going to do is I'll just erase the triangle and then just do the next shape, and then on the final shape I'll color the entire thing. Now for the circle mask, what we're going to do is we're going to go towards the same center point again and put 2 placement blocks above it. 1, 2, and then 1 coal above that. And from that 1 coal, we're going to put 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Then working with the left side, we're going to put a placement block to the top, and we're going to go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, wrong one. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now we need to start rounding it back down. So we're going to put a placement block to the end or bottom, and we can go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to curve it back to the left. So putting a placement block underneath, we can go down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. And then finally down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. If I was going a little bit too fast there, don't be confused, guys. You can see all the corners, it's a circle, are equal to each other. So you can see it's 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 5, then 2, 1, 2, 4, then 2, 1, 2, 5. So it's 5's at the top, 4's on the side. It's very simple. Going to that same center block, except on the circle now, we're going to go to this middle one. You can see it's lined up. We're going to then put 3 placement blocks on top of it. 1, 2, 3. And then a coal, so that way we can do an inner circle. And from that coal, we're going to put 1 to the left, 1 to the right. And then on the left side, we're going to go up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally down into the left 1 single. Perfect. Now, just like the triangle, you can color the inner part gray, like so. And then the outer part is going to be all colored in with white concrete. Perfect. Of course, the rest of the mask is going to be gray. I'm not coloring it yet. I probably should have colored the whole thing, but I just don't know how to do it. And then now we're going to go to the square. Now for the square, we're going to go to that same center again and put 2 placement blocks on top. 1, 2. And then a coal above that. And from that coal, we're going to put 6 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now for the square, since all sides are equal, it's going to be 13 by 13 by 13. So on the left side, we can add 12 above it. On the right side, we can add 12 above it. And then we can just connect them. So let's put 12 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go to the opposite side, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then from each of those top blocks, you can just drag it over to each other to complete the square. Very, very easy to do. Now what we can do from there is, let's count over 3 blocks from the top left corner. So 1, 2, 3. And then from there, we're going to put 1 coal below it. And, actually, let's put 2 coal below it. And then 1 coal below that. And actually, no, that's not right. Let's delete that. From the top left corner, count over 4 blocks, like so. Then we're gonna put 2 placement blocks below it, 1, 2, and then a coal below that. That's what I like to see, yeah. Now from there, let's see how much we're gonna put below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're gonna put 6 below it. So it's going to be a square that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in length. Sounds good. So what we're gonna do is from the top block, we're going to put 6 to the right. And from the bottom block, we're gonna put 6 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bottom block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna connect them from the top or bottom just by dragging it up, like so. Perfect. Once you have that now, we can color the inner part with gray concrete, like so. And then the outer square with white concrete. Perfect. So that is the final shape, so you guys can pick and choose which shape you want to do, but I still need to show you guys how to color the entire suit just in case if you need a little bit of help with that. So what we're going to do is dark gray concrete for the rest of the mask, dark gray concrete for this line in the belt, and then everything else completely red. So let's time lapse that for you guys real quick and end this tutorial on a good note. Alright, so that's the completed build. I know some of you guys are probably going to want to see what the circle one looked like fully colored and the triangle one looked like fully colored. So since I'm going to probably have to do those for the thumbnail, I might just put a little bit of a glimpse of them in here for you as well. Hopefully you guys were able to enjoy this tutorial series, and be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.